Well, here I am doing another video. This is crazy. Um, why am I doing a Mantle video out of nowhere? Well, actually, three of the cars that you see in front of you are going away to get reholdered. They're going to get updated slabs. Uh, the two on the left are going to PSA. The 55 Bowman is going to SGC. And the 5 is just there because it's for sale right now. So my collection is going to be looking pretty decimated for a while. You know, could be up to 2 months. You know, maybe even longer with PSA these days. Um, so, you know, I just wanted to kind of share my collection, and I hope you guys like it. Just while I'm here, you're going to see them more of them when I cut to my other cards, but just quickly give you guys a look at these. My 54 Red Heart Mickey Mantle and a PSA 4. This card is just beautiful. Got that in REA auction. This is another PSA 4 Dandy Potato Chips Mickey Mantle. Incredible. I mean, this is just a unicorn card with the centering. You just don't see many like this. And then this is my 55 Bowman. Love this card. Beautiful. Not a lot of chipping around the edges. Pretty clean card. I just wanted to get an updated SGC holder. Pretty card. And then finally, you'll see the card I upgraded to in a bit, but this is a card I'm selling now, and it is a stunning card. I've been very happy with it, but always on a quest to improve on centering, and sometimes I never quite get it, but this is damn close. Anyway, okay, you're gonna see my collection. Basically, I just moved into this house 3 months ago. I'm just figuring out where my cards are going. They're going out in my hallway on the second floor. It doesn't get a ton of sun, so they're not gonna get faded. And I get to walk by them, you know, a dozen times a day or more. So I'm just putting them up on the walls. I'm gonna put my whole Mickey Mantle collection into one case. So just thought I'd share while I was doing it. So stay tuned. All right, everyone, you are in my hallway. I'm about to show you my Mickey Mantle collection. This is a new house I just moved into a couple months ago. I'm still deciding where I want to put my cards, you know, which cards in which cases on the walls. But you're going to watch me fill this case with my Mantle collection for the first time. So here we go. First off, we have my 1969 Mantle and a PSA 5. Beautiful card. Not perfectly centered, but very nice. So a nice, sharp looking card. Next up, we have his 1968 Topps card. Sorry for the glare and reflection, but this is a beautiful card, just perfectly centered. Nice and clean. PSA 5. I got this in an eBay auction. The first card I bought from Tim Payne, Payne Sports Collectibles. Very cool seller. Very nice guy. Fair prices. Next up we have a Mickey Mantle game 68 game card and a PSA 2. I thought this was going to grade a little bit higher than a 2, but PSA was pretty brutal with my grades in this particular submission. I think it's the off-center back probably does not help. Next up, we have a 68 Superstars card with Killebrew, Maze, and Mantle, and a PSA 3. This is a card from my childhood that I graded myself. This is from a shoebox of childhood cards that my dad bought from one of his coworkers when I was a kid, and it was full of 66 through 75 cards and some Hall of Famers. It's a pretty amazing thing to experience as a kid that age. And final card for that row is this beautiful 1967 Topps Mantle on a SGC 5. Basically perfectly centered. Hard to beat that. The next batch starts with my 1966 Topps and a PSA 2. Now this card, it was not a card from my childhood, but I bought this from a friend I met through Facebook, and he had this raw, and I sent it in to get graded, and I was shocked at the 2. It's a really nice card for 2. It has some wrinkles though, fortunately. So I decided I wanted to upgrade. So that card is actually for sale if anyone's interested. But this is the card I upgraded with. A PSA 4, a little better centered, high grade. Just this year is very tough, as most of you probably know, when it comes to centering. So this is, they don't come a lot better than this. Beautiful card. And that's the one I'm keeping. Next up, we have my 65 and a PSA 4.5. Another beautiful, basically perfectly centered card. Very tough to find this well centered. I got this in a deal off Facebook, actually. Together with the 63, I got a very good deal on 2 basically perfectly centered cards. But first, we'll see the 64 in a PSA 4. Another card that is very hard to find this well centered. Love it. Love this card. Just iconic. Got one corner that's kind of dinged up. The others are really nice. Either way, love the centering. And as mentioned, I have a perfectly centered 63 and a PSA 4.5. I got this along with the 65 on Facebook. I forget what the deal was, but I remember the prices were very reasonable for 2 cards this well centered. Again, sorry about the glare. Kind of can't help the angle. All right, next up, the next batch starts with the gorgeous 1962 Mantle. Perfectly centered in a 6.5. PSA 6.5. Very hard card to find really clean without chipped edges. And look just how clean this card is. There's like no chipping. Oh, that's a beauty. This card, I think I got it at the Philly show. It's only a 3, but look how well centered it is. Another card I got a good deal on. Could not pass it up. I think I was deciding between this and a SGC 6 or something like that. And they were both perfectly centered, but this card was so much cheaper than the other one. And they looked almost the same. Mookie Chilson was with me, and he just took one look at this card, and he's like, buy this one. So I did. This beautiful 1960 Mickey Mantle on a SGC 6 I bought at the Northeast National last year in 2023. And Dan from Dan's Vintage Sports Cards, PC, I believe. He was there, and Mookie had just met him for the first time, and they were chatting, and I walked up with this card and was just like, everyone was kind of blown away by it. I believe I bought this from Champion Sports Cards out of Boston. All right. And now we have, so this is my old 59 Topps Mickey Mantle on SGC 5. Another very hard card to find centered. This was a challenge, and still is a challenge actually, but I did upgrade. I got a PSA 6 that is a little better centered, I believe, but you know, still the left edge has a little extra meat, but it is very close. This is one of those cards that I could see maybe upgrading again, just to get that perfectly even centered card, but this is beautiful. I'm not complaining. Maybe I am, but it's a beautiful card. And now we have the 58 in a PSA 5. I love this card. I just love the pose, the colors. It's just it's a beauty. Another card that's very hard to find. Really well centered. And this one is pretty pristine. Beautiful. All right. Another really tough card in centering. The 57 Mantle and a SGC 4.5. Now, I bought this one along with the 67, actually, bottom left. I bought these two together from a buddy named Travis, who lives out in California. And he sells on eBay, and he specializes in perfectly centered cards, and I mean perfect. His cards are outstanding. Expensive though, most of the time, but worth it. This card I bought at the, I believe, Tarrytown show in New York, from a seller named Daryl Lowe, and he also has a stunning assortment of very well-centered cards. And this is one that I just fell in love with. My dog is coming, so you might get some noise. This is my 55 Bowman Mantle in an SGC 6. Now, this is a card that I want to get reholdered. I was originally going to send to PSA, but I'm afraid they might drop it a grade. So I'm sending it to SGC for just a new holder. But I'm going to miss it. Beautiful. Yes, I know. Yeah, my dog wants to play right now. No, you can't play. Gotta wait. Anyway, love that card. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. This next one is really one of the jewels of my collection. I'm so happy to have this card. A 54 Dandy Potato Chips Mantle and a PSA 4. I mean, these cards, not many exist that are this well centered. So I just feel like this is easily a top, 1% for the grade card. Maybe 5%. It's not the cleanest, but it's easily a 4. And it's just beautiful. The color's beautiful. Centering's gorgeous. You're embarrassing me, Nora. Yep, you're being annoying. Anyway, this is the back. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Just beautiful card. Very, very lucky to own this card. Now down to the last few. This is another card I feel very lucky to have, a 54 Red Heart and a PSA 4. Now this card and the previous card, the Dandy, are an old PSA holders, so they're getting shipped out for new holders. Just doing a straight reholdering to update their slabs. But, with PSA, it could take 2 months, so I'm gonna miss them. One of the reasons why I made this video now. So I probably said in the introduction. But anyway, beautiful card. Moving on, we have our 54 Bowman in NSGC 3. Another card I bought from my buddy Travis out in California. Centering guru. Really one of the collectors I look up to. He has several, at least 252 tops Jackie Robinsons that are probably the best center copies in the world for their grades. It's insane. You won't let them go unless he gets an exorbitant amount of money. So I ain't buying them anytime soon. But anyway, back to the Mantles. This is a gorgeous card. Not one of my favorites, but it's a very nice card. This is one of my favorites and one of the jewels of my collection. My 53 Tops Mantle in a PSA 4. Also stunningly well centered. A little extra meat on the top edge, but that's it. Otherwise, pretty perfect. Just love this card. Got on eBay. Stupid authentication stickers. But the front is why I bought it. Moving on, 53 Bowman Color Mantle. And then PSA 5, also beautifully centered. Just a classic iconic card. Nice corners, but it's really all about that centering. Crazy. I got this show from the Fish family, who sell at the Garfield, New Jersey show every other Sunday. Love those guys. Finally, I got this card at the Northeast National last year. It is my 52 Bowman Mantle in a BSA 6. This card just really just jumped out at me. I got it from Champion Sports Cards out of Boston, again. Another great source for beautiful cards. And just, you know, it's not perfectly centered, but for some reason it doesn't bother me on this card at all. It just displays great, and the color is stunning. Really pops. For my oldest Mantle card, I am pretty happy. So there you go. That's the collection. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy to be able to share it with you. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks.